from the Teaching, Reaching, Caring, and Sharing News Desk. This is Harvest News with Pastor Vaughn. Good morning and blessings. I'm Pastor Vaughn, and here's the news. Our top story this week is volunteers. As in, we need some volunteers. Tomorrow, Harvest Church has the opportunity to reach the youth in DeForest at Fireman's Park during the village's 4th of July celebration. Pastor Rebecca is leading this outreach and had this to say.
Tomorrow is July 4th, and I still need help with volunteers to set up for the children's outreach. If you're able to help me at the Fireman's Park tomorrow, please see me before you leave church. I'd love it. Thank you.
And 1 week from tomorrow, Harvest Church has another chance to help many children in DeForest. Norway Nibbles provides bag lunches for children who normally would get lunches during the school year but often go without during the summer. We are volunteering on July 11th and July 25th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Christ Lutheran Church, 220 Main Street in DeForest. If you're interested, see Pastor Rebecca for additional information on how you can help. Harvest News is brought to you today by City on a Hill, one of the district ministries we are highlighting in July and which we pray for each week. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Milwaukee's been called a tale of two cities. You will see a beautiful downtown, you'll see a vibrant urban area, and you will not even imagine the poverty that is here.
Every single person in my family struggle with the same thing, is still struggling with the same thing, and I think we'll forever struggle with the same thing until somebody comes along and break that chain of struggle. It takes dedication, commitment, faith, hope, and just a whole lot of God. You need a lot of Jesus to deal with that.
I reached a time in my life when medical expenses became an issue. I couldn't afford to see my doctor, and I started looking for other options. And I found out online about City on a Hill, found out that they have a monthly free health clinic. And I was and found that everything that I needed in terms of, talking to a doctor, in terms of medication, in terms of diabetic supplies, all of this was available from City on a Hill.
What makes me excited is to see the fulfillment of the vision that God gave us years ago. Building on that foundation and being able to grow in a way that allows us to reach so many more young people and address so many more of the symptoms of poverty in our neighborhood. That excites me.
Other district ministries we are highlighting this month include Spencer Lake and Teen Challenge. Next Sunday, the women of Teen Challenge will be here to tell us about how the program has changed their lives, and they'll join us for a potluck after the service. We will be taking a free will offering next week for Teen Challenge. Each Wednesday until the November election, Harvest Church will be praying for our nation immediately following the adult Bible study. If you've been following the news, then you know there's plenty to pray about. So be ready to roll up your sleeves and engage in some heavy-duty lifting of our nation in prayer. And speaking of prayer, you may have noticed one of these on your seat this morning. We take prayer pretty seriously here at Harvest Church, so much so that we have a supporting ministry called the Harvest House of Prayer. The book of James says that the earnest prayer of a righteous person has great power and produces wonderful results. Well, we believe that. And we want to pray with you and for you for your needs. That's what these cards are for. Also next Sunday, we begin our week of prayer, so your prayer requests will get immediate attention. Please take a moment to fill your card out or take the card home with you and bring it back this week. If you need more cards, we have more cards. And that's all for this week's edition of Harvest News. From the Teaching, Reaching, Caring, and Sharing News Desk, this is Pastor Vaughn reminding you to love God and love people. Pastor Jerry is next with the Bridge to Freedom.